Welcome back to Randomly Generated Conversations, episode 19. This is the episode before our season finale. We're going to be ending it after episode 20, and then we'll start again at the new year with season 2. This podcast is available on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, as well as Spotify, and recently it's available on YouTube. So look us up on any of those platforms. And today with me I have Bastian.
Hello.
And Mabel.
Hello.
The topics for today are: do you prefer short or long hair? So we'll start with that and then we'll get into the others. Bastian, we either on you or on other people. Do you prefer short or long hair?
So, I'm not gonna lie, I think long hair.
Okay.
Because I have long hair and it gets in my eyes, so that's a problem. But I mean, I really like it because I have really good looking long hair, in my opinion.
And it's not too long yet.
Yeah, it's not very long. But yeah, longer hair. Shorter hair, sometimes.
Okay.
I'd say it depends. Like, summertime, yes. Shorter hair, because it's not going to be as, like, you won't be getting as sweaty hair-wise. If you have longer hair in the summertime, your hair is just covered in this drench of sweat and everything. It's like, ugh. For me. But, like, other people, not as much, so.
Okay.
Okay. So, for me, it's short hair, but for Bastian, short or long hair is different than my long hair. Like my long hair, because to me, long hair would be like past your shoulders, right?
Right.
And Bastian's is not even past his shoulders.
Not yet.
Not yet. And I don't know if it would look good on you, because then you would look just like me. I don't know. But the short hair that you have that you think is long, I like it right now. But for me, short hair is good because I have a lot of hair. And
very thick hair.
It's very thick. And I decided to do like an undercut.
Mm-hmm.
And all around, and people don't even realize that I have an undercut, and when I show it to them, they're like, really? Because it's literally like half of my hair cut.
Or you have the sides shaved and
yeah,
then the hair just comes over top of it.
The side and the back. And that has helped me a lot with headaches.
Mm-hmm.
Because my scalp lately is very sensitive, and if I do a pony or whatever, I get a headache, an instant headache. So, short hair, for me, it is. I love long hair, though, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had it long so I could, like, curl it or whatever. But short for now.
Yeah, I remember a lot of times you would say that your hair was heavy, and that would contribute to the headaches.
Yeah, I haven't had headaches since I did the undercut.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what heavy hair feels like, because I'll just go with bald, right, as my preference. I don't have much choice at this point. I did last year grow out my hair, which when I talk about growing out my hair, it's not the hair on top of my head, and it's not a mullet either. So before anybody gets the idea of me growing a mullet, but it was the hair starting at about halfway down the head back. Just because I wanted to know what it felt like having long hair. And that one did get past my shoulders.
It grew faster than my hair.
Yes. But I could only do it for so long. Then I had to cut it off. And now I'm back to the bald head with facial hair. So I guess short or long hair, I'd have to say long facial hair. That's probably my preference. My wife likes it a little bit shorter. She likes me having facial hair. right?
Yep.
But you like it a little shorter than I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like when it gets long because there's something among guys where guys who have beards respect other men with beards. And the length of the beard kind of becomes like a
Respect level.
like a respect level, right?
The longer the beard, the more respect.
It's like, would you ever put your faith in a wizard that doesn't have a beard that's past his chest?
No.
I wouldn't either, right? You expect a wizard to have a long beard because that long beard is somehow related to like wisdom or something. Wizard, wisdom. I guess that's just the whiz part of the long beard, right? And then, as Mabel pointed out, yes, Doctor Strange. But is he a wizard or a sorcerer?
He's a sorcerer.
Right?
Yeah, that's
So
I would trust a sorcerer that doesn't have like much of a beard.
it's different on how they use their
Yes.
magic, right? Even like Sorcerer's Apprentice, right? The actor who totally just escaped my mind. In there, he had a short beard at that time. But if you had a depiction of Merlin with a short beard, I don't think I would trust that.
Mm-hmm.
You also don't like me to have a goatee. It has to be a
Nope.
full beard. Especially
You tried
bald
the
head and
goatee.
goatee. I tend to look a little more rough.
You look like a convicted criminal.
I just have that face, right?
Yeah, that face.
But I do like the longer facial hair. On my daughters, I love their long hair. Our first daughter, we didn't cut her hair till after she started kindergarten, and her hair was really long. Now, our other daughter, who's 2 years old, 2.5, she already has longer hair than a lot of other women I know at this point. Like, it's already halfway or more than halfway down her back. And that's at 2.5 years old. And I think it looks beautiful on them. I'm not saying that short hair doesn't look good, but on them I really like their long hair. And same with my kids, like Bastion's length of hair, which is kind of that, I wouldn't say it's long, I'd say it's kind of the medium ground, right? We're talking like the length of High School Musical Zac Efron. Not older Zac Efron, but the High School Musical Zac Efron. So we're talking about that length, right? However, with Caleb, I think he looks better with shorter hair. He had long hair for a while, but I think the short hair looks really good on him.
But his hair is as thick as mine, so it's like so pretty too, though.
Right. Bastion has very thin hair. He's probably going to be bald like me. All right, so we have long hair, and, well, long hair, short hair, and beards. Okay, I think we've covered them all. Okay, next topic, hammocks.
What about hammocks?
That's the question. What about hammocks?
For me, hammocks, I like them. I like to see people relaxing on hammocks.
We have like
We
5 of
have-
them.
Yeah, we have 5 hammocks. But I can't relax in hammocks. It's so sad because I really would love to be able to, but I get a headache.
Mm-hmm, and dizzy.
And dizzy if I relax in hammocks. Yeah. It's not my thing. I mean, I still sit in a hammock
Mhm.
if we're all outside, but for a very short time.
I love hammocks. We ended up getting enough for, well, now we need more hammocks because we have the little one, right? But I went through a time, especially during quarantine, where I spend a lot of time outside on the hammock.
Yep.
And went a couple of years of really enjoying the hammocks. Like any downtime, I was out there laying on the hammock. We would put a projector outside to watch movies in the hammock, and that was really cool. This last year, we had so much going on that I don't even think I put the hammock. I might have put them up once, but never really used them. So hoping this next year I have a little more time.
That's our New Year's resolution right there.
More hammock time. Some people are like, I want to go to the gym more, I want to eat more healthy, or I want to do this. Our New Year's resolution is more hammock time, right? But I like it because depending on the type of hammock, you could either close yourself in on it if you need to. If you want to rest and the sun's in your eyes, you can wrap it around you. It's really nice to take a midday nap. We usually put them in the part of our yard that has shade. So as the sun's up and every other place is burning, that place gets some shade and nice little midday nap until the bees start coming near you, and then you feel trapped because you have to put on your shoes and everything before you can run. So you're just closing yourself and hoping the bee doesn't get in.
Yeah, you close yourself in one of those closing hammocks, but good thing it's if it's not a closing hammock and your friends try to tip you out of it, you're gone. You're just gonna fall. So we went camping one time, and it was with a group.
Mm-hmm.
And we all went camping, and they had a couple hammocks set up. I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna be funny, lay in one of my friend's hammocks. A couple minutes later, I've closed myself in there just because I'm like, you know what, I don't want people to know that I'm here. And they start swinging the hammock around because they know that I'm in there. So, yeah, you want closey hammocks.
Because you could get really dizzy. Well, not just dizzy, but fall out of a non-closing hammock. We got for camping, because we have a bunch of small hammocks that we take out when we go camping. And we got one that has a zipper and everything around. It has a mesh top that's supposed to be able to help us, or help with that whole bee situation. But it's quite a bit of a hassle to get in and out of with that, with the mesh top. And the fact that it has to have a little bar, but flexible bar, in order to keep it up, so it's not just like laying on you and everything, just makes it, in my opinion, it sat kind of weird, the hammock.
Yeah.
So, besides being thrown out of hammocks, what's your take on hammocks, Bastion?
I love them.
Okay.
It's sort of like a love-hate relationship with hammocks. I love them because I can lay down and be comfortable. I hate them because you mess up and you try to get in one way, you miss it by a little bit, and you fall on your bottom.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You think, oh, I've opened it wide enough, and you let go of your other arm and you just fall.
Well, have you seen the ones that are like all the way open? Those ones you miss for sure.
Uh-huh.
Like, you sit and it, like, tips you over.
You have to like go right into the middle when you sit, because if you sit on one end, you're just like, whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that sound was. Whoop. I think that's the sound it makes.
There it is.
Right? One thing I want to do that I haven't had the chance to is a hammock on the beach. I always see like those beautiful pictures of a hammock there chilling on the beach, but I've never had the chance to do that.
Yeah. I think we imagine it better than what it would be, because then there's a whole bunch of people around.
True.
It's never like by yourself, or maybe some people find it by themselves and just chillax. But that would be scary to me, being by myself in a hammock in the sand, nobody around, and just laying in there.
All of a sudden, tides come up.
You can no longer get out of the hammock because
You're stuck. Sharks are surrounding you. Oh, no.
okay, really doubt
Sharks
The tide
go
would
all
come
the
up
way.
enough that the sharks would come right up to your hammock.
No, you're taken away.
A hammock doesn't really float like a boat.
Yeah.
You would really just kind of go underwater inside the hammock.
Underwater hammock scuba diving.
Ooh, an underwater hammock. So like a submarine type hammock, right? You could just lay there and let the water, but yet somehow you have enough air. You have like
It's a tempered glass tank. And you have some sort of like connection. So you have like a gigantic tube coming up that's also like some sort of tempered glass or like metal.
So it's
you
like
can
a
see what you're doing, but you can still breathe because the water's not coming on top of it, and you can still breathe the air. You're just here, just laying down, looking at all the animals as you're.
So a snorkeling type tube that goes up that has the stopper or whatever.
Glass thing, because then things can bang on the glass, but it's not going to break it unless like certain force.
Okay, and then that's nice because then if it connects to the bottom, right, the tide and the movement of the water can rock you, and you can have this nice little rocked area to go to sleep. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So something I learned about like tempered glass is that I think it's either windows or like car windows, one of the two. They're usually made with tempered glass.
Okay.
So it's like something can't just like if it accidentally rams into the window or like pretty close, it's not gonna shatter the window. But if you were to, that's why like certain windows will break if a ball goes flying straight into it. Because that's enough speed and force to go and shatter the window. And like other objects like that, where that's why you use objects if there's a fire in your house for a window and you can't open the window. That's why you use something like heavy or something that you can. That's like heavy enough and you can chuck it hard enough, or you have like a hammer or something, you can break that window pretty easily. But when you accidentally ram into the window, you're not going to shatter the window.
Okay. Mr. taking physics class, learning about shattering windows. Tempered glass always gets mad at me. I blame it on their temper. Okay, so
sorry. I was going to say, also tempered glass. I know that because of, I've been taking an architectural CAD class.
Okay.
So, we talked about windows, what they're usually made of, and like what type of glass they're usually made of, and that, yeah.
That's cool. I always thought architecture was interesting.
It just builds, you know?
Wow. Okay, with that being said, what is your favorite shirt?
My Kirby shirt. Kirby, the pink blob that eats everything.
Heard that shirt sucks. Only Kirby nerds will get that.
It's like a vacuum cleaner. I always had a problem with Kirby.
All right, Mabel.
My favorite shirt?
You know, that one that even if it gets worn out, you just really don't want to get rid of it. Or it could be a newer one that you just really enjoy.
So I had a shirt since like shortly after we got married. Is my what is it called? Batman.
Okay.
Like a Funko.
Yeah, it looks like a Funko Pop Batman type figure on a shirt.
It's purple, and I think I barely am getting rid of it, or just got rid of it, but I really love it. It was like seriously almost to what is it called when it breaks, like
just worn out. It's just gonna dissolve.
Yeah. It's so sad because that was my favorite of favorite shirts. Yeah.
Thought it would have been your Mabel shirt.
Oh yeah, I have a Mabel shirt too. That's why I don't wear it that often.
You don't want it to disintegrate.
I don't want it to disintegrate. I want my Mabel shirt for ever and ever too. Yep.
Because that's cool. Because there's not many characters or people out there with Mabel or Mabel type name, but the Mabel from Gravity Falls, yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted like a character to be my name. And I'm like, but it will never be. And now it's like Mabel from Gravity Falls. And so I'm like, okay, now she's my favorite. And she's a lot like me. So.
Right?
Yeah.
So I probably have 2 favorite shirts. Well, and a favorite type of shirts lately, right? So I have kind of a button-up, not really Hawaiian style shirt, but one of those button-up short sleeve shirts to wear to the beach or whatever. And it has a chicken or a rooster playing a little guitar. And I really like that one. I have another one that's a male mermaid or a merman on the beach, and he has a beard and everything. It looks just like me.
Yeah.
I love wearing that shirt.
And
I
your
have
dinosaur one, that's the one that you get the most compliments.
a dinosaur one. Have had a lot of people comment on that shirt. I enjoy those type of shirts. It's really been this last year that I started wearing those.
So just a couple months ago.
Yeah, even a couple months ago. But usually when I go out, I'll have somebody say something about them. And they're just fun shirts to wear. They're comfortable. They're fun. And so those are kind of my recently favorite shirts to wear. Before that, most shirts I wore were just like shirts with holes in them or whatever. And you would say I'd have to get rid of them, but they'd still end up back in my closet.
Wanted them kind of like my shirt.
Mm-hmm. But now I'm a little more open to getting rid of those because I enjoy these type of shirts. Because I was always like, well, I need to keep those shirts because what if I'm working on the car or what if I'm painting or something?
But you would wear them just normal.
That was the problem.
Keeping them for the car times.
Right, that was definitely the problem with those.
They look really good on YouTube.
The ones with holes?
No! The new shirts.
Right, and with those I've been wearing these like Cuban style hats that I was never a hat person before. And if I wore hats, it would be because I had to when I go camping and I didn't want to get my head sunburned because I started turning bald. Or like a baseball cap or something. But I actually enjoy wearing these type of hats with that. I guess that's probably just because I'm becoming an old man, right? Yeah. Going through a midlife crisis.
Yep.
All right, so what is something that you wish your phone could do? And it's funny because I was just talking to you about this yesterday, so I'm going to start with this. I wish my phone, because we have phones that can play videos and play games, they can record things, they can track you wherever you are, and they track your conversation and know what you were talking about in your sleep and all that stuff. So we already have our phones that can do basically everything. But I would love my phone to be able to have a projector on the back. So I could be watching a movie and just press a button and then I could project it onto the wall or whatever. Or I'm looking at pictures or I'm like, hey, check this out. Uh-huh. And instead of having the camera there, and we have the camera and everything, and we have a flashlight, so why not have one thing that just has a little projector there on the phone? If you're listening, phone companies, make this happen. Okay? You press the button, and there, it's projecting now onto the wall.
I'd most definitely buy a phone like that.
Yep. I would like that. That way we don't need a TV in our room.
Right, because we took the TV out of our room, and there's times like, oh, well, we'd like to see this. And yes, we're supposed to have all technology out of our room. We still have our phones there. Little by little, we're working on it. But yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, let's just see what's going on here real quick. Or if we want to do like the more of a relaxation video too. Kind of have the little landscape there on the wall or the ceiling as the music's going. I think that would be really nice.
Yep. What about you, Bastian?
I wish that my phone, like, I could go, and this is never gonna exist because it's not even possible. If I could reach my hand through and, like, if it's a door delivery, they're like, hey, I need you to go pick up your pizza. I can reach my hand through, grab my pizza from my phone, like, the phone extends. So it's like the width of the pizza box. You take out the pizza box, and boom, you got your pizza.
Willy
Okay.
Wonka, Willy Wonka.
He's the greatest chocolate dear. Hooray!
Isn't that the whole TV thing
Mm-hmm.
in there?
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yeah, order. Okay, food's ready. Just pull it out of
Mhm.
there.
You have somebody's hand. Do you want to sign this for a tip? And you just sign it, and then they put their hand away, and your phone drops to the floor, and it's back to normal.
Keep your hand there for a minute as they hold your phone.
I don't have any phone thoughts. I
Any
think-
phone desires?
Any phone desires, yeah. I think I would keep up with what I have. Is doing whatever I want.
Sometimes I wish my phone could do less than it does. Sometimes I think as they try to add more and more, it just gets in the way of what is a phone for. Should we even call them phones anymore? Because that's the other question. Because what's the purpose of a phone? To be able to call somebody. How often do we use our phone for calling compared to how often we use it for something else?
For what?
Yeah,
Looking
nowadays
at
we
your email
text.
before, text or email before calling.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't call it a phone anymore. I'd call it more of like how most people call it, like a supercomputer. Like, not exactly a supercomputer, but like
Smart computer.
smart computer.
Mhm.
Yeah. Each thing, a phone is a computer. A computer is a computer. Most things electronically are computers. A light switch is a tiny computer. I would say that phones are becoming more computers instead of phones. So they're going away from the calling and stuff
Mm-hmm.
to more of the photos of Snapchat. So, like, you don't even have to ask someone how they're doing because you think, oh, they're doing fine. The videos of TikTok. We've just gone and now TikTok's there and we just scroll through that instead of talking to the actual people, looking at their, like, TikTok stuff. Oh, they must be doing great because they're doing all this stuff. We never call anyone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's always text because, hey, it's awkward to be calling them. Hey, why should I call you if I can just text you this and that? We go towards emails, like all these different things, Marco Polo, all these different apps that I don't have, but like other people do.
I was like, wait, how do you know about
that
Marco Polo?
Other people do, and we just go stronger and stronger into these other areas.
Uh-huh.
That we're going away from what a phone is. So phones no longer basically exist.
So it's kind of
Our
a
newer
miniature...
phones, yeah.
It's like a miniature tablet
Mm-hmm.
that just so happens to be connected with the ability to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm. So it's no longer a phone, and we've just taken away all that. You can download games on this.
Right, well, even instead of... If you take away even the communication portion, the text, the calling, and the email, still, between all the games, the internet browsing, and everything else, we use it more as a computer or a tablet than we do as a phone, right? So there are some things I'd like my phone to not be able to do because I don't even use it as much as the phone. I think I might make 1 or 2 phone calls a day, and that's usually 1 phone call to Mabel or 2, and 1 phone call to Bastian. I think that's... I very rarely call anybody other than you two.
Yeah, we no longer use phones for like the calling and stuff.
Right.
I may call my friend to help me with physics homework because there's some points that I need help with it. But I'll call my friend like to help me with physics homework. We'll do face chat and stuff like that. Now, this is throwing a question to me. Is face chat same as considers calling someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're still vocally speaking with them over the phone. So I think that still falls under a phone call. It's just a video call, similar to what was predicted by the Jetsons and others, right? Mm-hmm. We used to watch the Jetsons and think, oh yeah, that'd be so cool to have that technology. And now the technology we have, yeah, we don't have the hover cars and everything else. But when it comes to communication and everything else, our technology is way beyond what the Jetsons even imagined at that point. Yeah, so I'd like it to do less, but I would love it to still have a projector in it. So if I'm going to be doing something other than calling, at least I can project whatever I'm doing. Mm-hmm. All right, so that wraps up this episode. I'd like to put the petition out there to either Apple or... does Motorola still make phones?
Android.
to whoever makes the phones out there, right? You could tell I am not part of the tech world. To any of you makers out there? Samsung, that's the other one. To make me a phone with a projector on it. And if it exists, well then send me an advertisement through Facebook or Instagram or someplace else because I know you're listening. All right, well, you guys all have a good day and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.